Yeah, I can record Ann.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep, it's recording.
She
I
was
see.
determined.
Mm-hmm.
She was determined.
Okay. All right. Welcome to Rise to Success. I'm going to get my life together today. I promise. Don't hold your breath. So I am Jen Harrison. I am your advanced director. And this is call number 1, session number 1. I'm talking about the director benefits, bookings, and recruiting. And we also have Miss Ariel Tyson, leader of the Mermaids, which have been making lots of waves. So we're going to dive right in because I only have 40 minutes on my Zoom and Ariel's on vacation. So she's kind enough to take time away from her family to get up here with us. So we'll jump in. All right, Ariel, go.
All right, so right in the chat bar, we just had a booking blitz. It was a week long. You tried a whole bunch of different things. So drop a success that you've had, a challenge that you faced, and the total number of bookings that you got this week. So we're just curious what your experience from this past week looked like. And while you do that, I'll share a quick little anecdote. So Rhonda actually called me and she posted this in the group, but in case y'all, don't read everything that gets posted in the group, because I know some people like me are like that, oh yeah, go Kayla, 8 bookings. Because we want to celebrate you stepping out of your comfort zone. Yes. So it probably felt really weird to post all of these things to your Facebook wall, right? I know at least one person said, I don't know how I'm going to do all of this if I have to post this much. But when you're posting to your wall all the time, that is driving traffic back to your wall. And the Facebook algorithms like that. They like seeing that traffic on your wall. They like seeing those comments. So those engagement posts in your wall, you're not going to use those as a book and blitz every time because people will stop commenting on your things. But you want to use them to really get people engaged in what you're doing. So that's amazing. So I really hope we were successful in helping you get outside of your comfort zone. And that you had success in talking to some people in a different way. Getting people to respond to personal messages, it can definitely be a challenge. And one thing that, we can definitely say to keep in mind is, if I am so guilty of looking at my phone, I see, and if you're on my team, you know this, I see your message and I don't respond till 24 hours later because I'm like, oh crap, Tracy sent me a message and I meant to respond and I thought I mentally responded and I never did. And a lot of people do that. So until you get a response, no response is not a no. They could have just gotten busy. The check back laters, those aren't bad. They gave you permission to follow up. Those are great. New contacts, awesome. That's great. Yeah, they're not responding, especially when you know them well and they're all over Facebook all the time. That can be really annoying. And that's when we like to send that, girl, my Facebook has been really wonky lately. Did you by chance see my message? I just want to make sure. You know darn well they saw your message, but you just want to, let them know that they saw your message kind of thing. But it's a matter of doing it in a way that you're not really calling them out. And as long as you're careful with your words there, it really can be a good way to get them to respond. So that's awesome. I love seeing all of this success. Success, not taking no personally. Oh, that warms my heart. That's an awesome success. And that's a great thing to achieve because it's very hard to not take no's personally, especially when you first start. But that's amazing. I'm so glad, Tracy, that you had that positive. So keep dropping those in the chat, and I think we're going to keep on rolling.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about your homework because this is what you need to put in front of you. This is going to be creating your own vision board, and it's probably not going to look like the ones that you see here, but it may be something similar. So when you create your own vision board, you're creating a goal for yourself, and you're setting that goal in front of you. And by putting it in front of you all the time, it's a constant reminder, and it helps you achieve the goal that you're reaching for. So these are vision boards that Ariel and I made during Lead the Way and Lead Plus. When we were participating in those, we just used something like Canva or PicCollage, or Ariel, if you can think of any other ones, drop them in the chat. Or you can do paper, pen and paper, but you need to write down what you want. And you know what? You may not have a team vision. You might have a personal vision, and you just might have something that you want to tackle with the money that you want to make. Like maybe you have a personal goal. You've got a car payment you want to make, or you want to pay for some extracurricular activities for your child, or you just want to take your family on a vacation, whether it's a Pampered Chef vacation or it's just a vacation that you earn money to achieve. Maybe that's something that is in your goals that you want to achieve with us. So make your vision board and make it creative and make it specific to you. Everybody should look different. So don't get hung up on any of these, but and if you need some help, you can reach out to us. But we're also going to have a thread in the Rise to Success group where you're going to drop your vision boards. And you know, if you've participated in this group before, that's okay. Your vision board may have changed because we're in the middle of a pandemic and life has changed. Let's just be honest. So my vision board has probably changed since last time. We're in the middle of trying to buy a house and have a baby and all kinds of things. So yes, but create your vision board and put it in front of you all the time, because it will help you achieve your goals. I always like to put my goals as my background on my screen, because then it's always in front of me. You're muted.
Okay. So how do you promote to director? Because ultimately that could very well be your goal at the end of this program. It may not be, but for many of you, we already know that it is. So how do you do that? So in the month you promote, you're going to need 5 active consultants on your team in addition to yourself. So you're going to have 6 total. In the month that you promote, your personal sales must be $750 or greater, and your team sales must be $5,000 or greater, including yours. Okay, so 5 people, 5,000 plus in team sales. All right, that's what you need the month that you promote. Now, the month after you promote, those 5 active lines are not required, but those 5 active lines with at least 150 in sales each are required the month that you promote. So those are the minimum requirements to promote to director, okay? And we're required to share these minimums with you. Now, obviously, your personal goals might be higher than that, and that's not a bad thing. And that doesn't mean that you have to focus on these minimums. But every month that you're meeting the personal sales and team sales requirements, here is what you are eligible to receive as a director. 3% overrides on your personal and personal team sales. 3% overrides on your first generation sales. So for all personal recruits of yours, people directly recruited by you. 50 Pampered Chef dollars for every qualified personal recruit with $12.50 in sales, and a cash bonus for every active consultant on your personal team each month. Okay, so there are a lot of extra little financial oomph associated with becoming a director. You know, yes, you're going to be making more money because your sales are going to probably go up. You're going to get those commissions off your team sales, but there's also a lot of other things going on too that can really help boost up your paycheck. It can really amount, you know, to a few $100s easily.
right, so what will this involve and what will be expected from you? Weekly sessions to help you strengthen your skills every Monday night at 9 o'clock for the next couple of weeks. I believe it's 4 weeks total, and you'll help learn from other participants. You'll want to do weekly check-in calls with your director to celebrate your wins and discuss solutions to anything that has any obstacles that you've ever come up against. And believe me, they're out there too. So we're here to help you overcome those. This is also the opportunity to network with one another in this group and help you learn from each other as well. You want to learn skills and habits that will strengthen your personal business. And, you know, we would expect you to book a full party schedule with 4 virtual parties each week and be willing to share the business opportunity with others. Because if you read a good book or watched a good movie, you would not keep it from your friends. That's what I always like to say. And also participate in these weekly calls and a 15-minute check-in with your director that you need to schedule. And I know I have been guilty of dropping the ball on that in the past, and I just need y'all to help me and stay on me so I can help you.
I had to go fuss at children. Okay, so mindset. Mindset is such an important thing when you're talking about growing your business, because your mind is a really powerful thing. And the way that you think really can impact the outcome of whatever it is that you're doing. And the first mindset that we're going to talk about is really stretching yourself. Because some of you guys might be sitting here saying, well, and you're using this bad 4-letter word, CANT. I can't do that. If that is what you're telling yourself, you're not going to. So go ahead and take that out. As you start on this journey, you're going to enjoy a lot of successes. And not everything is going to go exactly as you plan, and that's okay. So we are really going to encourage you to stretch outside of your comfort zone. We really are going to ask you to be accountable for completing these action steps each week and to help you move toward your goal. We're going to ask you to try some new activities, complete some tasks that really might be outside of your box. And we'll never ask you to do anything that we aren't already doing ourselves. So there's a method to this madness. Trust us. We know what we're doing, even if we seem like we're crazy and scatterbrained, which we are. But, you know, that's why you love us. So you don't have to stand up. But, you know, I'm a teacher, right? So just go with it. So seriously, stretch your arms up. And yes, I am going to. Yep. Yep. I'm watching. So stretch your arms up, you know, okay, this feels good, right? As high as you can reach. All right. Now stretch higher. As high as you can go, right? All right. Now do it again. Go higher. Each time you went as high as you could go, but you kept going higher each time, right? That's what we're going to ask you to do. So you can do it. It's all about mindset. As soon as you think you're hitting that limit of I've gone as high as I can go, you can still go a little bit higher. And that's what this is going to ask you to do. See, that wasn't so crazy.
All right. So everything that we're telling you is all in the numbers. This has always been a numbers game. It'll always be a numbers game. So the formula for success is very simple. 25 contacts a day until your calendar is fully booked. Now you're going, I don't have time to make 25 contacts. Yes, you do. Because we're removing the words I can't, I don't, they won't. You have to remove the negativity. You can break those 25 contacts down into making them in a span of about 30 minutes in the evening, or you could do 5 in the morning, 5 at lunch, 5 in the afternoon. You could do 5 in the evening, and then 5 right before you go to bed. There's tons of ways you can do this. You don't have to sit down and do it all at one time, but you can if you want to. You're going to reach out to these friends and people that you've thought about through private messages, texts, calls, or even if you see them on a regular basis, you can talk to them one-on-one. Think about friends, family, and networking while you're out and about, while you're at the post office, you're at the hair salon, you're at the grocery store. I mean, I go to the grocery store and I'm always going to see somebody I know. Always. Never fails. Doesn't matter if I got on sunglasses, a hairnet, and a mask, they're going to spot me. Just saying. So, what you need to understand is that bookings and your party schedule is the lifeline of your business. No matter what stage you are, if you're a consultant, a senior consultant, a team leader, it doesn't matter. It's the very first thing that we're always going to focus on. And booking yourself a full calendar for the next couple of weeks is going to drastically help you. It's going to get you a good paycheck. It's going to put you in front of enough people to add new team members and share this wonderful business opportunity that we have. And it's going to be fun for you because you're going to be talking to friends and people that you've either not seen in a while or you've never met. And you know what? I've met some of my best friends and some great people through this business, customers and consultants alike, because I was overwhelmed when we made our announcement about my pregnancy and how many comments we had. Over 500 comments. Y'all, I bet 3/4 of those comments were my customers. Okay, this is a relationship business. I'm just telling you this to paint a picture about reaching out and making contacts because you're building relationships, and that is the most important thing that you can do.
Yes, what she said, building relationships. I have the same experience when I post teacher wish lists or any accomplishments of mine. Most of the people who comment are hosts and customers. It's insane. So here's the thing. There's a difference when you're talking about your language, and that is something that a lot of people struggle with when in terms of booking. So we talk about it in terms of desperation language versus determination language. So I want you to really think about the times when you've really struggled to get bookings. How are you coming across to people? Now, let's be real. There is no shame. We have all done these things. We have all landed on that left side at some point because we didn't really realize we were doing it. And we might not have realized how it was coming across. So, when you very first start your business, you can do that language once, and then after that, you've got to move over to the determination. So desperation language is pushy and salesy and scared. You have all been there with people from other companies. I'm willing to bet. It lacks confidence and trust, and it's more about you than it is the person on the other side. It will not help you get bookings. And we're talking about phrases like, if you can help me out, you've just made it a possibility. I need help. Now, there's a difference between I just signed up as a new consultant and I need your help to fill my calendar and using that once to using that over and over and over again. Okay. Because those people, you probably have people who you're friends with other sales companies that do that. And you notice it. And how many times have you helped? I'm trying to reach my goal and I just need blank. So that language, you really want to limit and you want to save it for when you really need it, because that way, just save it, stick it in the back corner in the closet somewhere. Here's a language you want to focus on: determination language. You are confident, you are sincerely curious about their interest, and you are flexible. It shows your genuine excitement for what it is that you are doing and representing, an authentic desire to share it with the world. And it's going to use phrases like, I thought of you because you have a family with 4 children, and I know you need to get dinner on the table quickly. I'd love to help you get the quick cooker because I know you've just returned to work and you need to make dinner fast. Wouldn't it be fun to hang out with your friends? Using those leading phrases are way more likely to get someone's attention because it's about them, not you. So it's all about that host. How can you serve them? How can you solve their problems? It takes the need away from you and it puts the desire for the party in their hands. And that's going to make them a better host.
All right, so steps for making contacts. Let's have a little bit of help here. All right, so when you're making contacts, these steps are going to help you set a date. Sharing why you thought of them, like Ariel just said, think about fun, friends, free, and then you want to finalize it and set a date for the party. So something that I've been using to reach out to my guests right now, there's a couple of examples here. You guys are welcome to read those. But I like to say, oh my gosh, I've seen all the yummy food that you've been posting on your Facebook wall. I bet that you and your friends would love to get together and learn some new recipes. They might say no, but hey, it is an open, they posted that picture of food, they are in the kitchen cooking. That is an open door. So, and you know what? And like when they say, maybe, yes, that's awesome, then you want to talk to them about the fact that you're going to do prizes and that what your hosts typically earn. Guys, don't get hung up on what the actual numbers are. Fake it till you make it, okay? My hosts usually earn up to $150 in free products. That's okay to say that. That's the company average. Even if it's not your average, it's the company average, and fake it till you make it, honestly. And saying that your next open date is this date and this date, what do you think? Putting that in front of them and not giving them an open window is so much easier for them to make a decision when they have 2 dates in front of them, okay? Trust me. Be armed and ready with your next 2 available dates, whether it's for cooking shows or for virtual parties, okay? All right, so if you're a new consultant, you may want to use some of these words. Did you see my exciting announcement on Facebook? What I've just tried, or what I'm just getting into? I made a decision to start my own Pampered Chef business. I mean, you can be truthful with these people. I mean, tell them what you're doing and offer it to them. If it's somebody that you know, tell them you're thinking of them because I know how much you love to cook. I know how much you love to entertain. I know how much you love Pampered Chef. I know how much crazy kitchen stuff that you love. I mean, just think about those things. Add those things into there. Connect with them. That's all you're doing, making a connection. I know you have a family of 4 that you need to feed dinner to. It's too expensive to go out to eat dinner.
Yep. And the other thing I'll add in there is some of the best advice I got when I first started was don't make your calendar seem wide open. Because if your calendar is so open, why isn't anybody booking with you? That's what the other person's thinking. So when you give them those 2 dates, it makes you sound busy. You know, I've only, you know, I've got openings on this date and this date. It's like, oh, well, I better snag one of those before she has no more. So those 2 dates, it's probably one of the things that made you feel uncomfortable in that booking blitz, but it helps. So tracking your contacts is key. And in the booking blitz, you started off with that tracker. So you can use a spiral notebook, you can use that tracker, but tracking your contacts is so important because we forget. We are human, we get busy. And sometimes we say we're going to get back to somebody and we completely forget. And guess what? That's a lost booking when you forget to get back to somebody. Seriously. So not everybody is going to respond right away. It's not personal. They might have been distracted, they were thinking about it, or they just forgot. But sometimes people are thinking about it and they're like, oh, well, maybe let me think of a time that might work. It happens. So here's kind of a good follow-up schedule, whatever, that you can use to follow up in a timely manner. So after the first message, you can follow up in 24 hours. And sometimes I'll just send like a little thumbs up or something just to pop the message back to the top of their inbox. not something crazy, smiley face, thumbs up, something. After the second message, I'll follow up in 48 hours. Hey, Facebook is being wonky. Just wanted to make sure you got my message. After the third message, hey girl, just want to make sure, everything was good. I'm so excited to talk to you. Please don't be afraid to tell me no. I just wanted to check in. And sometimes if you give them permission to tell you no right now, that can still lead to a yes later. But it opens the door for that communication, because some people just don't want to tell you no. They don't want to hurt your feelings. So give them permission to tell you no if you know they're going to tell you no and they're avoiding you for, 3-4 days after 2 check-ins. You might be able to follow up with them later, and they might be okay with that. So this is a really good practice to implement. Okay, so no answer doesn't mean no. Follow up till you get an answer. And that's how you get those 2 ways.
Okay. All right, we got to speed up, Ariel. We got like 8 minutes. All right, so recruiting, which is you, Ariel.
Okay, so sharing the opportunity is one of the most important things you'll focus on in your journey through the RISE program. So one thing you can do to really get into this is to brainstorm a list of people who need extra income, need more fun in their life, have a situation similar to your own that you would like to work with, are past or upcoming hosts, were rock star guests at a party, they're commenting on everything, liking anything, and really anyone else that pops in your mind that you're like, you know what, they could benefit from a little bit of extra income, or man, they post food pictures all the time, they'd be so good at this.
All right, so sharing the opportunity. Here's a couple of examples for you. It's up to you what you use and what you say. Like I always said, if you read a good book or you watched a good movie, you'd want to share it with your friends, and this business is no different. There's going to be somebody who may have been considering Pampered Chef. You've just got to give them the information that they need to help them make the best decision for them. Invite them to a look and learn. Invite them to Pampered Chef's opportunity event that they have once a month. If you're a new consultant, again, did you see my exciting announcement on Facebook? Or for someone reach out to them and just share with them what you're doing and what you're achieving from it. Share with them what you earned as your new consultant rewards for Fast Track Rewards. Share those things with them. They might be interested in a knife block for themselves or some new cookware. And when you get a positive response, always invite them to an opportunity, and if nothing else, a 3-way conversation with your director. We can help you too.
So one of my personal tricks is I have a link on my phone that I saved in a note, or you can just bookmark it on your desktop. I've done that too. Go to your personal website with Pampered Chef, your PWS, and click on Be a Consultant, and then save that page. And that's a really great resource to send anybody who thinks they could be interested. When you scroll down, you'll see register for webinar, and that's how you can register for the monthly Meet Pampered Chef webinar. So that's a great place to direct people who you think might have any questions or any kind of interest in the business at all.
Certainly. All right, so your call to action this week, your weekly check-in, be sure and schedule that with your director. Continue your 25 contacts a day using the determination language that we talked about, not the desperation language, and track your results. Y'all know winners keep score. That's my little phrase. And invite 5 people to an opportunity event. Like I said, if you guys have some people that are interested, Ariel and myself don't mind facilitating something like that. Probably next week, wouldn't be this week, but we could make it work. And post your personal vision board on Facebook on our group page, on the Rise to Success group. And you want to do some bookings training. Ariel, you're going to drop a bookings training in the Facebook group for us. I'm sure there's
I
probably
sure
a
am.
training that we had from national conference or something we might could grab. So
Yep.
perfect. All right, who's got questions? I'm going to stop the recording. We have about 4 minutes. If anybody has questions, don't